Hi, my name is Rebekah Chamberlain, and I am so honored to be a part of this Uncoupling Us group. And if you found us, we're so grateful you're here, and also sorry that you're looking for this type of information, but we're so proud to be a resource for you. A little bit about me: I went through my own uncoupling journey about 10 years ago almost, and I'm telling you, I learned everything the hard way. So what I'm sharing with you today is all about the emotional side of this process, and I will tell you, I learned all of this through the School of Hard Knocks. So I'm hoping getting to share with you helps you walk through this process with a little more grace and poise than I did. So first, just remembering to give yourself some grace. We oftentimes don't really talk about the grief that comes along with uncoupling, divorce, separating from a vision or a partner that we thought we were going to spend our lives with. And you're going to go through the stages of grief, and you're going to question, and you're going to be angry, and you're going to be in denial, and you're going to go through every stage of those emotions. Some keys for getting through that time is one, accepting the fact that you're going to go through it. And it's just part of it. To also consider the fact that emotions oftentimes are waves. They come, they crest, they crash, and they leave. And sometimes we have to exist in the world while we're walking through this, right? We have to show up for our kids, for our jobs, for all of the things. And so sometimes what's helpful is even giving yourself a time limit. I'm having some big feelings and I've got 5 minutes. I've got 5 minutes to go deep in this anger. I've got 5 minutes to go deep into this denial. Or I don't have any time right now, so I'm going to visually put this emotion in a box and put it on the shelf. And then tonight, when the kids go to bed, I'm giving myself a 20, and I'm going to go deep, and I'm going to feel it, I'm going to cry, and I'm going to rage, or whatever I need to do. And then I'm going to move on, and I'm going to trust that as these emotions come in waves, I'm going to move through them. Have a good circle of friends. Maybe it's even just one or two people. I know oftentimes going through these big life changes, our circles of friends change, and that can be frustrating and rough. But lean on your circle and let them show up for you. Learn how to ask for help. Another big one, this one is big and you need to listen, is set up glimmers in your life. Our nervous systems going through this stuff are wacko. They're going all over the place. But if we can be intentional about setting up glimmers, about giving ourselves a stronger baseline as we walk through it, the easier navigating the ups and downs and the roller coasters and all the emotions and the decision making are going to be. So a glimmer can be a big one that I really would encourage everybody to begin their day with is cat-cow pose. So if you don't know what that is, YouTube it. It's a yoga pose, but it resets your spine, which affects your nervous system. So 2 minutes compounded over consistency over days of cat-cow can literally change how you show up on the daily. Another one that I'm in is other glimmers would be think of things that just bring you joy. It could be a hot cup of tea and just remembering my feet are on the ground, my hands are around this mug, this tea tastes amazing, I'm in this moment. It could be the sound of your children laughing. It could be a bath. It could be your cup of coffee every morning. There's so many different glimmers in our lives, and we need to stop and notice them and use that as a reset to keep you going. And just remember that you're going to get through this. You're going to get to the other side. Don't rush to that divorce date, but walk through the process and realize the process is going to be over one day. And you're going to look back, and this might be let's move a little bit to walking through this if you have kiddos. Now, if you don't have kids, you can fast forward this part. But gosh, this adds another layer, right? Because we are navigating so much, and then we're trying to help our kids navigate this big life change and navigating what is their custody schedule going to look like, and how are we going to help them deal with all of the emotions. And so a couple of things that I've learned the hard way, keep your opinions about the other person that is half them to yourself. They don't need to know how you really feel. And it's really not necessary. You can have some honest conversations with them if needed when they're adults, but keep it neutral. If you need help because you're in a violent or difficult situation, seek out a therapist. They help you really communicate with your children with language that children can process, and it's actually beneficial. Maybe You know, a partner who's going through some big addiction problems. Daddy can't do the daddy job right now. He's sick. Not a type of sick that you could get sick, but some other type of sickness. And here's what he's doing to deal with it. And he just can't do the daddy job right now. So I'm going to do the mommy job. Or navigating just a simple divorce. It's just, you know what, this is how it's going to be. And I know it's hard. And you can have whatever feelings you need to have about it. It's safe. It's safe to navigate all the feelings with mom. But also, this is the way it is. And so we're just going to have to find ways to be able to process and make it work. And also, when there are big feelings, either shared by kids, shared by the other parent, it's okay for kids to realize, like, sometimes we say things when we're mad. And that's okay. Daddy's having big feelings about this big life change, and he said things that maybe he didn't really mean. And so we're going to accept that, you know, and he can be held accountable for that, but maybe that's actually what's going on. So really keeping the bigger picture, and divorce is one of those things that can really suck you down into a smaller picture. And then keeping a higher perspective of the whole situation. You know what, your kids grow fast. They just do. And what's going to be best for them in the long term. Life moves fast. It just does. And this is just a tiny little part of your entire life story. And then divorce can be really overwhelming. And so get a notebook and 3-ring binder and just keep everything in there. Everything that you're going to need, so it's just all in one spot, and you can take it out and put it away and not feel ruffled or stressed out about where all the things are. So these are just a small key few little actionable items that you can do to navigate this process, the emotional side of it, with as much grace as possible and compassion for yourself